There we go. Let's see if this works now. Hello, beautiful people. It's a fabulous Friday here in the fantabulous, freaking-nominal upstate of South Carolina. I am feeling really good. I am thinking really clearly. I am excited to be your chiropractor. I'm excited to talk to you about things that are important about life and living. I'm excited to be able to serve my community, serve you guys with things that are important. It is very interesting watching the news and watching some of the information that's being touted as real and pertinent, and seeing that there's a lot of smoke screens. There's a lot of stuff coming out that gets you excited, and then you find out it's covering up other things. One of the lesser important smoke strings that came out. Both things are true, but the way they schedule things is really mind-boggling. Is the New England Patriots drafting Cam Newton, announcing that the same day that the NFL was announcing sanctions for the Patriots recording the Browns. Um, uh, Both of those are true things that happened. Both of those are news events, if you will, but the way that things are being released to cover up things. Similarly with the Redskins, this big announcement of them changing their name and changing their logos and icons and all that stuff. And at the same time, there's some deep stuff going on in the Washington football team uh, culture. Just very interesting. I was talking to a medical provider the other day, talking about cases, talking about the counting of COVID cases. Here in South Carolina, anyway, according to my source, a person is a case. If you test positive, no matter if you test positive once or 20 times, that is one case. And that was refreshing to hear, because I had heard other things. I had heard that if you test positive once, that's one case. You test negative, you test positive again, that's another case. That's good news that they're counting them that way. But I've also heard some bad things about how the tests are actually being done. The news in Florida that 33 or some number of testing facilities only return positive cases. So 100% positive if you send your test to them. That seems questionable. I was also told by my medical expert here in the upstate of South Carolina that a case is a case, whether they're showing symptoms or not. So it's still interesting how things are being reported, how things are being shared, how things are being um, um, discovered, how things are being blown out of proportion. You got to understand me when I say this. This virus is not anything that you want to mess around with. I finally know somebody that tested positive. I know that it can wreak havoc on your body. I know that it can really devastate the life right out of somebody who's already compromised. And so we do need to take it seriously. But when I say seriously, I mean not in fear, but in knowledge. We know that the body's immune system is critical in fighting any kind of outside in um, attack. And if you don't have a strong immune system that's fully supported and has lots of resources and resilience, you're going to be susceptible. You're going to be taken underneath that threshold where you could easily not only catch the virus, which is arguably a bad thing, arguably it's going to happen anyway. Not only catch it, but then it could take root and cause some issues. So having a strong immune system is critical for that. Um, as I've been telling you for many months now, even before this COVID thing came around, the immune system, according to some recent articles and recent research and recent high level other profession type of publications, the immune system is now being thought of as part of the nervous system, not a separate system. Of course, I believe all the parts in the body are the same system. They're just studied differently, but you've heard me say that before as well. So if the immune system is part and parcel with the central nervous system, its job is to protect and defend the nervous system. A lot of things start to make sense, like autoimmune disease. I don't know of any can't recall. I don't know of any autoimmune system disease that attacks the central nervous system. I know it attacks kidneys and livers and joints and all kinds of other organs, but I don't know of any autoimmune system disease that attacks the central nervous system. I could be wrong. I was wrong once, but that's been such a long time ago. I don't remember what it feels like. Wink, wink. So when we think about an immune system that's robust and has resilience and resources to fight and defend you, we have to include a nervous system that's uninterfered with. That has to be part of the equation. Also, with the new studies in the last 40 years now on the psychoneuroimmune complex, the thoughts that we have about things produce certain chemicals in the brain, which causes the brain to either be robust or depleted. And the thoughts do affect the physiology of the brain. And the physiology of the brain, like I just said, affects how the immune system functions. So that immune system complex is not something to be dismissed. It's not something to be set aside. It's something to be embraced so that we can, on our own, do the things necessary to have the most pile of resources in our body ready to do what our body needs to do. And that means moving well, eating well, sleeping well, and taking care of all of the systems, making sure we're not overloading the livers, making sure we're not overloading the kidneys, making sure we're not overloading the intestines or the lungs, making sure we're not allowing built up stress and pressure to stay on the nervous system. And that's where chiropractic comes in. We don't treat anything, period, end of story. What we do is we take pressure off the nervous system when that pressure is in the form of vertebral subluxation. That entity is the only thing chiropractic was designed and promoted and built upon. So if we can detect that there's pressure in the nervous system, we find it's because vertebrae aren't doing their job, either sitting wrong with their neighbor or not moving well with their neighbor. And if we can help your body restore that function, restore that position, so that the pressure is no longer there, your body can start the healing process and let the nervous system start doing what its job is, which is to manage all the other things. That's what chiropractic is. But like I said, with the psychoneuroimmune complex, when you talk about the central nervous system being the central processing unit and control unit for everything else, chiropractic has to be part of any discussion about anything that goes on in the body. Not that we treat that condition, but that the nervous system has to be functioning at 100% for you to be functioning at 100%. So anyway, that's my thoughts for this fabulous Friday, this phenomenal feast of fabulousness here in the Upstate. Come and see me if you're in the Upstate. Love to have a chat with you. Love to be your chiropractor. If you're not in the Upstate or not near me and you don't have a chiropractor, shame on you. Let me help you find one. It's easy as that. Talk at you later. 864-715-2225 is the phone number. PureChiroNow.com is the website. And you're already watching the Facebook pages and the YouTubes that have these videos. So subscribe and enjoy. Thank you much. Bye-bye.